Hey, and welcome to Girl Be Free, a podcast designed to help women get unstuck and cultivate the life you want on your terms. I'm Siobhan, your host, and I'm passionate about empowering women to live their best life. Each week, you'll hear pep talks that will inspire and push you to take action so you too can start to be free and live the life you want. You can learn more about me at BeFreeProject.com. Now let's jump into the show. This episode of the Girl Be Free podcast is being sponsored by the Be Free Inner Circle, an exclusive online community where positive, like-minded women gather, connect, support, and learn how to cultivate the life they deserve. The Be Free Inner Circle membership includes live monthly group coaching calls and office hours, masterclasses and workshops that will cover topics such as consistency and discipline, self-care, and creating a vision for your life, just to name a few. A resource library where you can print out articles, worksheets, and workbooks. A book club so that we have a space to discuss some of our favorite books. And the most important part is accountability and community support from women who are on the same wavelength as you and that are on a similar path who wants to be free. And a bonus feature, every member of the Be Free Inner Circle will have access to my live in-person monthly Be Free meetups where you'll be able to view live stream right from your computer screen. So I know you're excited and you want to be a part of the Be Free Inner Circle. So don't worry, I got you covered. Just go to BeFreeInnerCircle.com to learn more and sign up today. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Girl Be Free podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, where I'm going to inspire and motivate you to show up for yourself. So before we jump into today's topic, I do want to let you know what I am loving this week. Y'all, I used Home Chef for the first time yesterday, and I am over the moon because my food that I had was so amazing. So let me point out that this is not an ad. My best friend sent me a link to try out Home Chef, which is one of those meal subscription delivery food services. And basically you go online, you choose the meals that you want for the week, and then they deliver everything in the box to your home. OMG. So I was like a little apprehensive because I'm not a cook. Like, I don't like to cook. I only do it because I have to. So I'm like, oh, okay. But everything in there was super simple to make. So I had two different meals. One was pasta arrabbiata, I'm probably saying that wrong, with fried goat cheese. And then the other meal was sweet and sour rice noodles and shrimp with toasted coconut. And I made them both myself. My kids helped one day, and the food was so delicious. And I'm like, you know what? I need this in my life. Just the convenience of having everything together where you didn't have to go through your cabinets looking for stuff. You didn't have to go grocery shopping. Like, everything was there, and the food tastes like it came out of a restaurant. Y'all, I am totally sold. And I really like the packaging. Like, everything was just so nice. And I even had to call customer service about something, and they instantly gave me like a $10 credit and apologized for the inconvenience because one of the red pepper that I had was bruised a little bit. And so I wanted them to know. And they gave me a $10 credit. So how dope is that? But I love it. I'm like, I got to figure out how to make this like my norm. But the food was so good and they have so many options. So that is what I'm loving this week. And what I'm going to do for you guys, all the Girl Be Free listeners, is I'm going to share it's like a referral link so that if you use the link to sign up, you get $30 off. And basically what that means is that you get 2 meals just like I did, at no charge to you whatsoever. So you get to try it out just by using my code that's going to be in the show notes. And then if you don't like it, you can cancel the service. I loved it. And that's why I wanted to share it with you guys, give you my link so that if you like it, try it. And if you do try it, please shoot me an email at hello@girlbefree.com and let me know what you think about it. Because I just want to know if you're going to love it as much as I did. All right, on to today's topic, which is 4 reasons to unplug from social media during this holiday season. So I shared this on the last episode that I am tired. I have been going nonstop, what I feel like, for the whole year. Almost like an Energizer bunny, like going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And so after I finished speaking at this conference that I was a part of a few weeks ago, I said, you know what? After this conference, I am taking a much needed break from social media. And I do this every year where I take time off to really get clarity, reflect on what happened this year, and then also prepare for the next year. And sometimes it's hard to do that when you're always on, especially if you're an entrepreneur like myself. There's just always something to do. And so I decided to take a break from social media just so that I can just spend quality time with my family, prepare for the new year, reflect, celebrate my wins, and just enjoy the season, right? With not feeling pressured to be on. Now, I am working, but a lot of things are happening behind the scenes, and I'm preparing for the retreat that I talked about because I want to be able to share more details at the top of the year and get you ladies excited about it. I'm also preparing to do a mini tour next year, along with more speaking engagements and a number of other things. I have some new products I want to put out as well. And so all of that takes time, right? And it takes strategy. And again, it's hard to do that if you're always on. So that is basically the main reason that I'm taking a hiatus off of social. And when I did it last year, like I said, I had more clarity and I was able to really tweak my messaging so that it resonated exactly with the woman that I was trying to reach. And I felt so refreshed with being off and just was able to map out some things. And so I'm doing it again this year, but I'm doing it for a much longer period of time. So last year, I think I did it right after Thanksgiving, and then I got back on the beginning of the year. This year is going to be almost 2 months that I'm going to be off. So if you need to find me, you have my email. Like I mentioned, is hello@girlbefree.com. You also will continue to get episodes of the Girl Be Free podcast. I'm definitely in the Be Free Inner Circle with my members. And then also you can always find content and all that jazz on my website at befreeproject.com. I want to share some things with you on reasons why you may need to unplug from social. Now, I'm not suggesting that you take the long period of time like I'm taking, but even if it's for a day, a week, a weekend, or maybe a couple of weeks, just giving yourself time to just unwind and just be. Let me say that I enjoy being on social, especially Instagram. Like, that's my jam. Like, that's where I like spending time the most, with engaging with people. And so I am going to miss it. I just want you to know that. Even in the beginning of this week, because this is my first week, I was like, okay, well, what do I do now that I'm not on my phone? And I have been more productive, and big things have been happening over here just in the first week. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. So if you're like me and you enjoy scrolling, and sometimes you can hop on Facebook and you're like, oh, I'm just going to be on there for about 30 minutes or so, or a few minutes, excuse me. And that few minutes turns into 30 minutes. That 30 minutes turns into an hour. And now you've lost all of this time, right? Because you've just been scrolling and scrolling, and you're like, where did the time go? So again, of course, social media is great to connect with friends and family, grow your business, but you also have to take time away so that you can kind of check within. Before I share some reasons with you on why you should unplug, I'm going to share with you what I've learned about myself in the past as it relates to being on social all the time. I realized that I learned that I need to unplug more frequently and be more present in my life. Of course, it's easy when you're just scrolling, you're getting caught up in what other people are doing. And for me, I want to be more mindful and more present. And so I learned that when I do unplug, I'm able to be more aware of what's going on around me. Another thing that I learned about myself is that I need to delete apps off my phone to avoid the temptation of logging on while I'm unplugged. So right now, I don't have Instagram, Facebook. I don't have any social media apps on my phone. So the temptation is not even there. And then I also took it a step further, and I cleared my history on my computer so that if I typed in F Facebook would not pop up. I did the same thing on my phone as well. So that way I don't have easy access to it. I also learned that, and this is what I learned in the past too, that just because you log off of social media doesn't mean you're going to lose all your followers. People take breaks all the time. It's not that big of a deal. And if you lose followers just from not being present for a period of time, are those people that you really want to be following you in the first place? Now, this time I did leave a post on my Instagram page letting people know, like, hey, FYI, if you notice that I haven't posted, here's why, And so I kind of told people where they could reach me if they needed to while I was away. Another thing that I learned is that I pick up my phone way too much to check and see what's happening. When I'm at a red light, don't judge me, and I know I'm not alone. In the elevator, different things, like I'm just always picking it up. And so I learned now, because I'm doing this probably for like the third or fourth time, that I don't need to pick my phone up that much, because 9 times out of 10 when I'm getting on my phone, it's either to text someone or it's to get on social. And then lastly, I learned that in order for me to get things done, I need to be strategic with how much time I'm spending on social. That means that when I do get back on, I have to be mindful of how I'm spending my time and just managing it in the best way versus just allowing it to be a time waster. So I'm going to give you some reasons why you need to do a social media detox or unplug during the holiday season. And then I'm going to give you some practical things to do to replace, your time, right? So number one, a reason why you need to do a detox or unplug is you're wasting too much time. So if you're spending more time checking Facebook or live tweeting your favorite TV show and you don't know your purpose, you have not accomplished the goals that you wanted to accomplish, if you feel stuck in your life, maybe it's time to take a little break, to figure out what you want, to get clear about how you want to move as we walk into a new year, and not just allow the same, routine to happen over and over and over again. Like if you really want to make things happen, you're going to have to be more intentional about what do you really want. And that takes clarity, right? So that's number one. Number two, the reason why you may need to take a break is that there's too much drama and negativity. I don't know about your page, because my page is a little bit different the way I have it set up. I'm very strategic with who I follow. And even on Facebook, I use a Facebook eradicator, so that way I'm not able to see like the news feed or what have you. But does it seem like every time that you log on that there's always drama, or people sharing way too much of their personal business, or all the negative things that are happening in the news? And then somehow you get caught up reading post after post after post, then reading the comments of what other people have to say, and it's just too much. Eliminate unnecessary negative energy by either unfollowing people or just take a break from it altogether so you can focus on some things that are more important. Number three, you're guilty of comparing your life to others. When you find yourself looking at what other people are doing and wishing you had what they had, and you're envious and jealous of what they got going on, and keep in mind that people are only choosing to show with you what they want you to see. Nobody is sharing all the details about their business, right? And what's not working. People want you to believe that everything is perfect, which is not the case at all. However, you get caught up in that, and so you see that they're living like this happy life, and it makes you feel depressed, it makes you feel sad, and you're comparing your life to someone else's, and basically that you're comparing it to what they choose to show you. So taking a break from that will prevent you from feeling stuck in your own life and starting to see the beauty of what you have going on. And then lastly, you're not getting anything done. So you complain about your life, you make excuses, you're not reaching your goals, you procrastinate all the time. But have you ever taken the time to figure out why you have these habits? It's hard to do that if you're constantly zoning out on social media and never working on improving your own life. Like, it's very hard to do that. So those are just some of the reasons why you need to take a break. And I think it's perfect to do an unplug or detox during the holiday season, because you may have a lot of time off from work, right? People typically take vacations, the holidays, you have time off. So then that way you can kind of, again, focus on things that are a little bit more important to you. And let me also point out, because I know a lot of times, and I struggle with this too, where you have that FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. So you feel like if you're not on, then you're going to miss something major. Trust me, if it's something that you really need to know, a friend will text you, it'll come across your desk some kind of way, or maybe you just don't need to know about it, right? So don't fear that you're going to be missing out on something major just because you decide to unplug. So again, I'm not going to suggest that you take the length of time that I'm taking. Just do something that feels good to you. So again, whether it's a day, whether it's a weekend, whether it's a couple of weeks, a month, what have you, take the time that you feel is necessary for you to begin to prepare for the new year and get things going in the direction that you want. So I'm going to share some practical things that you can do, and these will all be your action steps as well. So instead of just having one action step, I'm giving you a list here, and then you can choose which one you want to apply. So now that you're taking this break from social media, here are some things that you can do. You can reflect over 2018, taking a moment to just think about, okay, what am I most proud of that I've got done this year? What lessons did I learn? What opportunities do I have so that I can grow, so I can grow and be better in 2019, right? Reflect on all of the lessons that you've learned. Celebrate your wins. So that's for me as well, like celebrating the wins and the accomplishments that I've made this year that I'm really proud of. Like I want to focus on that. Also, spending quality time with your friends and family. So of course, I'm sure you're probably going to get invited to holiday parties and family gatherings. Like, be all in, right? Like, really take time and like really spend time with your friends and family and not just getting together just so you can be on your phone the whole time. Whether you create like having people over your house or having a dinner party or something like that, but spend time with friends and family and just enjoying each other's company. My best friend and I, was it last weekend? I think it was last weekend. Yeah, what we did, we got together and we ordered pizza and we made body butter and we listened to Christmas music. And it was so much fun just to have conversation, eat good pizza, and then make body butter for us and our family. So that was really fun that we did. And all my friends are planning to get together next month so that we can work on vision boards and bake cookies and have the kids over and all that jazz. So I'm really looking forward to that. And really, again, spending time with them and just enjoying each other's company, especially because our lives are so busy and we're constantly going. So when we do have time, I really want it to be intentional. So that's something that I'll be doing. Next is, let's see what I have here. Oh, create a vision board. I'm going to be helping my friends create their vision board. I've already created my 2019 board, but that's something that you can do before the new year even gets here. Already work on creating your vision board and what you want to manifest in 2019. And I'm really excited because in the Be Free Inner Circle, I'm teaching a workshop, Vision Board 101. So if you've never created a vision board or you need help with creating one, you definitely want to join the Be Free Inner Circle because I'm going to be teaching the things that I've learned this year about vision boards, how to be more intentional about manifesting what you want, getting clarity, and it's a really action-based workshop. So if you are not doing anything, I'm hosting this on November 20th. So in order to be a part of that workshop, you do have to be a member of the Be Free Inner Circle, and you can join by going to BeFreeInnerCircle.com. It is going to be amazing. I have so much to share, especially because I'm already done. So I really want to share what my mindset is on creating a vision board that's going to work for you. Next up is to journal, right? So take some time and just really write, and going back to the first step, reflecting, right? So writing down those wins, writing in your Free Your Mind journal, like answering some of those questions on reflection and clarity. If you don't have the Free Your Mind journal, grab it at freeyourmindjournal.com. But really take time to ask yourself the very important questions to help you dig deep into the woman that you want to become and letting go of the things that have kept you stuck. Because trust me, you do not want to take on these old habits or the things that you didn't like about yourself or your environment or what have you. Like, you don't want to take that over into the new year. Like, you want to go into 2019 with a game plan on how you want your life to be different. And it's not just, oh, let me think about this. No, you got to have action behind it. So that's why you definitely need to be a part of my vision board workshop so that I can help you work through that and prepare. Next up is jot down your goals for 2019, right? So what do you want? Like, and I want you to think about big goals. Like, don't think about little small goals. What are some big goals that you want to get done in 2019? All right. And once you jot those down in your journal or your notebook, then writing down the actionable steps that you need to take in order to make those goals and dreams become reality. And that's what I'm going to be helping the women do in the Be Free Inner Circle, like really figuring out what you want. What are the steps you need to take to get it? And then this is the vision board that you need to create so that it aligns with what you want. So I highly, highly, highly recommend that you take time to write down your goals, and don't just make New Year's resolutions, y'all. Don't just do that, because many people fail with their resolutions before the first week of January is even over. And you don't want to be a part of that group, right? You want to really have a plan of action as you go into the new year. That way, 2019 will look very different from 2018 because you planned better and you did things differently. Next, read. So read a good book, right? If you go to my website at befreeproject.com, at the top tab, it says bookstore. And I have an Amazon bookstore where there's tons of books that you can choose from to read over this holiday season. From fiction, nonfiction, self-help, business, you name it, it's in there. And I'll also drop the link to that bookstore in the show notes so you can find something that will meet your interest. And then lastly, spend quality time with yourself. Treat yourself to dinner, maybe just quiet time in your room watching Netflix, so chilling with yourself, meditating, and just doing something that you enjoy. Maybe you treat yourself to a spa day or what have you, but spend some time loving on yourself during this holiday season. So those are just a few things that you can do to replace that time that you're going to be taking off of social media. I would love to hear about what you're going to work on. So you can shoot me an email at hello@girlbefree.com and let me know what are some of the things that you're going to be working on during this holiday season to prepare for the new year. So again, as I mentioned, all of those were your action steps. So I don't have an individual action step. All of those were it. So you get to choose this week. All right, next up is dope women doing dope things. And I mentioned Carla Williams last week from Material Life, and I mentioned her in What I'm Loving last week. But this week, she is a dope woman doing dope things. And I met her in New Orleans about a few months ago now, right? And she owns the store Material Life. And after we had a really great conversation, she reached out and she said, you know what? I want to carry your Free Your Mind journals and your Girl Be Free affirmation cards in my store. Can you ship them to me? And I'm like, yes, I can. So she ordered the journals and she ordered the cards for me. And so they are now being sold, y'all, at the store Material Life in New Orleans. So if you are in New Orleans or you know someone there, tell them to go to Material Life. The store is on Bayou Road or maybe Bayou Avenue. So you can find my journal and my affirmation cards there. So I'm very, very excited. She reached out to me and she was like, I put them out today and they're already selling. So that is very, very, very great news. And what I love about her store is that when I went to visit, she sells like fine arts and decorative art. She sells books, apparel, vintage items, and so much more. Whenever you're visiting New Orleans, that's definitely a store that you need to check out because it's absolutely amazing. Now, let me share our listener review for the week. And this comes from I Am Free 89. And she says, thank you for your support. Before I listened to your podcast, I never thought about self-care as a priority. Self-love is something I've been working on, and I thank you for your words. You have a kind heart. Thank you. I appreciate that. How sweet. So don't forget, make sure you leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and you may just hear your review read out loud by yours truly. And then finally, I feel like this is a long episode today, but one last thing. As you're shopping for the holidays and you're trying to find the perfect gift for your bestie, for yourself, for your family members, definitely check out the Girl Be Free shop. And that's where you'll find my Free Your Mind journal, my Girl Be Free pen, and my Girl Be Free affirmation cards. Perfect gifts and affordable for the women in your life that you want them to be free and live their best life. The simplest way that I can put it. So go to girlbefree.com and you can find all of my products there. When you order the Free Your Mind journal, it is on Amazon, so you have 2-day free shipping if you're a Prime member. So how cool is that? So I've shared a lot of great stuff with you today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you take time to unplug from social media, even if it's just for a few hours, just to pour back into yourself. Why? Because you owe it to yourself. So thank you so much for listening. Please, please, please share this podcast with your friends, whether you drop them the link when you send them a text, take a picture of it and share it on social media. And just help me get the word out about the Girl Be Free podcast. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, girl, be free. Thank you so much for listening. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And if you're feeling really fancy, go ahead and leave a review. Until next time, be free and live.